Imagine waking up tomorrow morning. You check your phone, and the headlines are screaming. Breaking news: unknown virus turning humans into flesh-eating monsters. At first, you think it's a hoax, some viral prank. But then, the emergency alerts go off, sirens echo through the streets, and suddenly, it's real. What if a zombie virus actually broke out tomorrow? Would humanity stand a chance? More importantly, would you survive? Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Smash that like button. It tells the algorithm you're into this kind of content. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. And drop a comment below with your craziest what-if ideas. Day 1, the outbreak. The first 24 hours are absolute chaos. Cities grind to a halt. Highways jam as millions try to flee. Grocery stores, gas stations, and pharmacies are overrun with panic crowds. Experts say that in any real disaster, those first hours are the most critical. The government would likely declare martial law, enforce curfews, and set up quarantine zones. But here's the terrifying part. Studies show that if a zombie virus spreads unchecked for just a few days, containment becomes nearly impossible. The infection could wipe out entire regions before the military even knows what's happening. The big question: what kind of zombies? Now let's pause, because everything depends on the type of zombie we're dealing with. If they're slow, stumbling zombies like The Walking Dead, we might have a fighting chance. They're easier to avoid, easier to trap, and survival becomes a game of patience and smart planning. But if it's fast, feral zombies like in World War Z, humanity could collapse in weeks. Imagine entire city blocks being overrun in minutes, swarms leaping across cars, tearing through barricades. In that nightmare, running won't save you. Stealth would be your only chance. So, which kind do you think is scarier? Slow, creeping death, or fast, unstoppable hunters? Survival essentials. If the outbreak starts tomorrow, the only thing that matters is, are you ready right now? Experts recommend keeping at least 2 weeks worth of food, water, and medicine on hand. That's 1 gallon of water per person per day. Do you have that in your home right now? And then comes the bug-out bag, your grab-and-go survival kit. Inside it, flashlight, knife, first aid kit, radio, batteries, water purifier, and yes, weapons if you can get them. Sounds paranoid? Maybe. But remember, in a real apocalypse, grocery stores would be empty within hours. What you already have is what you'll live on. The military's role. At first, governments would scramble to respond. Tanks in the streets, helicopters overhead, soldiers pushing people into safe zones. But history tells us something chilling. In every zombie outbreak simulation, the military only buys time. Unless the virus is crushed immediately, numbers spiral out of control. Entire armies could fall in days as soldiers are bitten and turned. Would the military survive, or would they become just another horde? Community versus lone wolf. Hollywood loves the lone wolf survivor, shotgun in hand, walking through the wasteland. But real experts say that's a death sentence. In reality, survival comes from community. A mechanic, a doctor, a hunter, different skills combined make the difference between life and death. Of course, not everyone will be friendly. In every collapse, there are always raiders, looters, and desperate people willing to kill for supplies. So your group needs trust, strategy, and defense. Long-term survival. Fast forward a few months. Cities are abandoned ruins. Gasoline has gone bad. Power grids have failed. Survivors are cooking over fires, riding bicycles instead of cars, and trading batteries for food. Safe zones may form on remote islands, farms, or walled-off towns. Humanity might start over from scratch if the zombies don't overwhelm them first. The twist: a possible cure. And just when all hope seems lost, what if scientists announce a cure? Maybe a tiny percentage of humans are immune. Maybe a vaccine reawakens part of the infected brain. Suddenly, the fight shifts from survival to saving what's left of humanity. But here's the dark twist. What if the cure isn't what it seems? What if being immune means you're only half zombie yourself? So, if a zombie virus broke out tomorrow, the truth is simple. Most of humanity wouldn't make it, but a prepared few, those who can stay calm, adapt, and work together might just stand chance. The real question is, would you survive? Would you barricade yourself in a mall, escape to the mountains, or fight it out in the city streets? Drop your survival plan in the comments. I'll be reading them. And if you enjoyed this What If deep dive, smash that like button and subscribe for more apocalyptic breakdowns. Because next time, the apocalypse might not be fiction. At first, you laugh. It must be a hoax, a prank, some viral marketing stunt. But then, your phone vibrates again. Emergency alerts. The same chilling message repeats. Outside your window, distant sirens echo through the streets. And then you realize it's real. The world, as you know, it is about to collapse. Panic spreads faster than the infection itself. Supermarkets are overrun. Highways are jammed with desperate families fleeing cities, and governments scramble to enforce martial law. No one knows where the virus came from, an experiment gone wrong, a bioweapon, or something far more sinister. What's clear is simple. When bitten, a person doesn't just die, they transform. They become predators with one purpose: consume the living. Now imagine yourself in this chaos. Would you hide? Would you fight? Would you even survive the first 24 hours? For most, the answer is no. Humanity is fragile. We rely on grocery stores for food, power grids for electricity, and clean water flowing from taps. Take those away, and society collapses almost overnight. Within days, cities would be unrecognizable, burning cars, crumbling governments, and streets ruled by the infected. But then, just when all hope seems lost, something changes. Scientists announce a breakthrough, a cure. Whispers spread. Maybe a small percentage of humans are naturally immune. Maybe a vaccine can reawaken the part of the brain that the virus destroys. Suddenly, the fight isn't just about survival anymore. It's about saving what's left of humanity. But here's the twist no one expected. The cure isn't perfect. Being immune doesn't mean you're safe. It might mean you're only half zombie yourself. Stronger, faster, more resilient than before, but still haunted by dark cravings. Would you take the cure, knowing it might strip away your humanity piece by piece? Or would you refuse, risking infection for the chance to remain fully human? Smash that like button. It tells the algorithm you're into this kind of content. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss what's coming next. And drop a comment below with your craziest what if ideas.